Tempter, Abdur Kosha Yuat Biwasamus Pa Tempter. Rahuat, greetings. This is my statutory declaration video with receipts. As you can see, I have my receipts, proof of posting and also proof of delivery. So this was delivered to the Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan. And I'm just going to read a bit from my statutory declaration. I, Mikhail Price, now known as Tiponi, Awanata, Orenda, do solemnly declare, in accord with the 1931 Statute of Westminster, 1778 Articles of Confederation and Perpetual Union, Article 11, 1812 Treaty of Ghent, 1794 J Treaty, 1836 Treaty of Marrakesh, Morocco, all recognized and valid treaties, Constitution for the United States of America, the 1948 Charter of the United Nations, Pope's Apology to Indigenous Peoples, United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples, the American Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples, and the UN International Decade for People of African Descent. That upon discovering that the registration of live birth in the City of London, United Kingdom, England, was a contract between my mother and the City of London, United Kingdom, England, who did not tell her she was selling me, a flesh and blood child, to the City of London, United Kingdom, England, as their chattel property, slave, which is a violation of human rights. I hereby void the contract ab initio for fraud. I am an autochthon Nubianite carbonite flesh and blood female of Arawak Carib descent, in accord with the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples and HJR 194. United States Senate Apology to African Americans for Slavery, U.S. Apology to the Native Americans, C8113, HR 3326, Department of Defense Appropriations Act, and Regina versus Jar. On May 14, 2011, at Southwark Crown Court, 1 English Grounds in Southwark, London, England, Defendant John Anthony Hall in the United Kingdom proved before an English jury that Elizabeth Alexandra Mary Windsor Mountbatten Battenberg Saxe-Coburg was not the rightful monarch and never was. Queen Elizabeth is not the rightful monarch and never was. I'll repeat that. Queen Elizabeth is not the rightful monarch and never was. This was a two-part argument. First, that Elizabeth knew both then and now that she was crowned on a fake coronation stone instead of the real stone of destiny coronation stone, which meant not only was she never properly crowned, but secondly, she was also knowingly and fraudulently conning the public, and that is why she didn't want her coronation televised. Planetary notice of active claim. Elizabeth II has abdicated her throne by not wearing the crown on October 16, 2019. Chief Nanya-shaabu L, copyright trademark, has claimed the British throne and is Autochthon Chief Plenipotentiary, Magister in Right of the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth and Earth. I declare that the name Mikhail Price on the registration of live birth is a corporation, and Mikhail Price is an autochthon flesh and blood female of Arawak Carib descent. So, if you would like to correct your status, Chief Nanya-shaabu L copyright trademark holds a autochthonous standing process every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For an invitation, send an email to aspwebinar@protonmail.com. That's aspwebinar@protonmail.com. And with that, I am white, I am white, I am white. Abud Gador, Abud Gador, Abud Gador.